Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 2 actually, because Horizon 5 is coming out pretty soon. I want to do a little bit of a mini-series where I go back to all of my previous build series across the Horizon universe and see if I can, see how I fare by just building the cars, no special challenges, no silliness, just building a new car, a little bit of throwback. And we start way back in Horizon 2 with this. The winner of the road car build series, an S1 Class 900 Dodge Charger Daytona. And why did this win? Because it was the only car to actually be built properly. Because it's got, as you can see, front and rear aero, which is a very helpful thing. Because that doesn't have aero, nor does that. Or that, or that, or that. Yeah, there's just no aero at all. It's almost kind of embarrassing. Also, everything is all-wheel drive. Because I thought that's how you got speed. So there you go. It's not the best build process I've ever done, but we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on this. The RUF CTR2, because when I can build a RUF that is no longer sound in any Horizon game, I'm going to build a RUF for my build series throwback. And I did check, you can keep this at top of S1 class. We're not going to make it all-wheel drive because I'm not an imbecile. But we are going to put the required parts of racing transmission, racing tires, whole 9 yards, and aerodynamics. Yes, aerodynamics is good. Aerodynamics is essential. Also, for these things, we are going to want suspension. Because these are notorious, these are basically just Porsche 911s. Which means they do get a bit light at the front sometimes. Which is not brilliant. Yeah. It only costs me £45 and it lowers my PI. I will take that any day of the week. I can get bigger tires. That added a lot more PI than I thought. Okay. Not the biggest tires, 295s, but I guess I'll take it. I can probably put like an upgrade, right? Maybe. Please? Game? Let me put an upgrade on anything at this rate. Everything is one PI too much. Okay, thank God. Okay, alright. We're not gonna have a lot of power. I mean, 530 horsepower, 515 torque, almost exactly 3,000 pounds. That's actually pretty good. And it's got full aero and racing tires. That's actually not a bad build. Now we just have to go racing with it. Okay, we're here at the Citadel circuit in Cicerone. And our rival is at Charger Daytona 55.551. In fact, it's the only car in the 55, so if it gets within that range, it'll be at least second. Okay, that's quite a bogged down launch. And I was doing some practices, I should say. The rival time is a 55.511. That is because I did a lot of practice with the Daytona, try and get reacclimated to the circuit as much as possible, and I trying to get a comparable lap time, which I did by 0.04 of a second. I actually beat my previous best, despite the game being 8 years old, and I haven't, no, 9 years old actually. No, wait, I think this came out in, what, 2014? So that would be 7 years old. I was thinking the original Horizon. But, regardless, very old game, haven't played in a while, so I'm very glad that I have a consistent pace here. And I'm also very glad the traction in this car is actually very good. I was a little afraid, being in an all-wheel drive field, this rear-wheel drive vehicle would be difficult, but it's not. Hey, stop it, What? Okay, I could do that in the Charger. I can't do that in this. That is, for sure, apparently. That was not fun. Why did it do that? I don't know. Did I miss that checkpoint? No, thank you. Okay. I know these early 90s 911s tend to understeer a lot because the front wheels sort of get offloaded around corners because of the rear engine configuration and their suspension not quite being up to the task yet. But I thought this, this has 265 tires and it has aerodynamics on the front and it's a RUF. It's the upgraded version of a 911. But it's not doing very well in the turn-in department. It just sort of... Bleh. There we go, that's better. Okay, alright. I mean, once you get it turned in, it's very good, but... Oh! Ow, ow, okay. That's a wall. Very poor placement of the checkpoint. I thought I was judging it right, and there was a wall right behind the checkpoint. That's nasty. Okay, gonna try and keep that in mind. Because my racing driver has instinct, the line of choice is to skim the checkpoint as much as possible. And you can't do that there, as it turns out, because you just die. A very, very painful death. And I only have 2 more laps to go. This is a 5-lap event, and it's not doing too well. It's been hitting walls and it's been understeering like a ferry. I love me a RUF, but this is not doing well. I mean, look at that. That's horrific understeer through there. Horrific understeer. Now avoid it. There we go. That's a better line. Avoid the street furniture. That street furniture, particularly that phone booth, is lethal, as I found out during testing. Ooh, a little bit of oversteer on the curb. We got a little bit upset. I don't think we're gonna beat the Daytona. It's close, but I think we get too much understeer right here. I'm on the dirt. Yep. I think we get a little bit too much understeer. Even with the Daytona going on 2 wheels over that dirt crest, it still has more turn-in than this car. I'm very surprised by that, actually. I mean, we're going to set a half-decent lap time here, regardless, because remember, the Daytona is about a second ahead of second place, so even if we're within that range, we'll still be within second, but, ooh, a 57.4 is not particularly good in the CTR2. Slightly disappointed by that. God, I did it again. I did it again. You know what? No. I'm going to blame that on it. You saw nothing. Nope, you saw nothing. There we go. You saw nothing. There were no issues, except I can't turn. Yep, there goes all of my advantage because it just understeered. It just understeers like a pig. And I don't know why. I upgraded the suspension, I upgraded the tires, I upgraded everything, and it just doesn't turn. And it's light. It's not even 3,100 pounds, and I'm very confused by this vehicle. I'm very confused and I'm very disappointed. I thought this would do pretty well, but it's not. It might not even get in the top 10. I'll have to look, because a 57.4, unless you go any faster here, which we probably won't given that section. I mean, we were faster, 57.0, but 57.021. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's. If I can give it one more charity run, because I'm never going to play this time again. I actually had a little oversteer there. Yeah, let's just give it one more charity, because that was a very good run through corner 1. And, I'm feeling a little generous today. I like the RUF. A little bit on the dirt. Turn it. Nope, it's not turning. Yeah, it can't turn. It's never going to beat the Daytona because it can't go around corners. That was the best run we have ever had, barring a little bit of understeer on the hairpins here, and a short slide on the uphill section, and it just gets bounced around. There we go, yeah. 57.0 021 is the best that we can do in a very, very battered CTR that's rolling away. Thank you. Yeah, so a 57021 puts it into 8th place. No. It puts it into 7th place. It's just a fraction behind the BMW M3 and just ahead of the F40, which is another car that actually had full aero. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, 7th, I guess, isn't bad in such a long list, but it's not very good either. I am very disappointed with that result. I thought the CTR would do a heck of a lot better, and it isn't. It can't turn. That front end just does not go around corners, which is very bizarre for a RUF, but yeah, there you go. And it has a lot of turbo lag, too. You can see it launching from low RPMs there. It just doesn't do anything. Yeah. So I put it to a rest, and yeah, look at that. That's a ridiculous amount of lag. We don't even get to 500 horsepower for a good 20 or so seconds after, well, not 20, but a good 8-9 seconds after we launch. Yeah, that's not very good. And the weird thing is, as you saw there, it has a lot of grip going around the corners, and in fact I don't know what the problem, I'm sort of speechless. I don't know what the problem is with this car. Everything about it should be great. It's a RUF, it's a Porsche, it's got the tires, it's got the arrows, and yet it doesn't turn. That's very disappointing, but that will be it for this episode, and I will be back with more.